Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Real and Raw with Ree. Happy Hump Day. We are on episode 55. So on today's episode, we are going to be talking about commitment. So grab a glass of your favorite drink and let's get on into it. So before I get into the episode, I am going to do a mental health check. So I would say that my mental health is at a 8.5, 9. Nothing is going on. I've been feeling good, feeling great. Happy Juneteenth, y'all. Happy Juneteenth. Yes, off on a Wednesday. So, and perfect day to be off, Juneteenth. But I hope all of you are having an amazing week so far. I hope that y'all mental is really, really good. If you were off today, I hope you got a lot of relaxation, a lot of time to yourself, or you went out and you did an activity, And if you weren't off today, I hope that you just took some time to yourself, just took a breather at some point throughout the day. If your mental is not good, if you're not in a good space, I'm praying for you. Like I said, do what I have been telling y'all to do each and every episode. Just write down how you're feeling, how you want to feel, how you plan to get there, and pray for your peace and your happiness. Pray that the Lord removes any and everything that is not meant to be on this journey called life with you. And He knows what you mean when you say that. Like, when I had prayed that one time, I was just like, I hope it's nothing in a negative way, but I'm not a negative person. I have a good heart, a kind heart. So just, be very specific when you talk to the Lord about what you want, what you desire, that He gets you together mentally, removes all distractions, all of that, and that He protects your peace and your happiness. Just be very clear if you do talk to the Lord. Pray that, like I said, write down how you're feeling, how you want to feel, all that good stuff. Vent to somebody, or just write down all your emotions in a notebook. That's an outlet too, so just write it down. And I hope that y'all just have a wonderful, wonderful week. And let's get on into the episode. So I'm going to read y'all a quote that someone sent me earlier this week. It says, "Go easy on yourself. You're doing great. This is just really hard." And I was like, Lord knows. I love me a good motivational message. Motivational anything, honestly. I love little reels and stuff on Facebook, on Instagram, TikTok. Y'all can send me videos. I enjoy those. My social medias are below or on my link tree, which is in the description box of my podcast. So yes, I'm going to start finding quotes and reading them after I do the mental health check. I'm going to do them after I read the mental health check. I'm going to start finding quotes and reading them and all of that to you guys. Give y'all a little bit of inspiration for the week, because we all need that. So, yes, that's what I'm going to start doing for you guys. So before I get into the episode, let me just say that the 21st, which is Friday, will be my 1-year podversary. And I am super excited because it's just it feels like yesterday when I recorded my first episode, put it out. I was nervous, didn't know what I was doing. But here we are. 55 episodes in, and I'm just I'm really doing this thing. In my opinion, I'm doing amazing. Okay, there's always room for improvement, of course, but I feel like I'm doing it. I'm doing the thing, so I'm excited, and I think all of you have been rocking with me from day one. And even if you just joined and you done caught up, or you trying to catch up, I appreciate you guys so much. And yeah, for my 1-year podversary, I feel like if you are listening to my episodes, or my podcast, I should say, and you are not following me on whatever streaming platform that you are listening to my podcast on, go ahead and hit that follow button. Even share it. Just share my podcast. Okay? Follow and share my podcast. That's what you guys can do for me for my 1 year. I would really, really, really appreciate it. But yes, we are here, honey. We are here. Ups, downs, times I was just like, what am I doing? But if you have been listening from episode 1, you will see how much I have grown confidence wise when on this mic, because I don't know, it's like every time I cut the mic on, I get nervous. I don't know why. But I guess I just had to look at it like I'm talking to myself, low key, but also talking to you guys based off how I be talking. So, yeah, but I appreciate y'all who have been rocking with me. Cheers to the 1 year podversary on Friday. But let's get on into this episode. So we are going to be talking about commitment, and I just went ahead and thought, like, let's talk about double standards as well. So with commitment, I feel like a lot of people are not really ready for that. Like, a lot of people, I'm not going to say, like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people just want to be in the streets these days, and I'm not sure why y'all want to be in the streets because I've been here for 4+ years, and it's nothing out here. I mean, let me not say that. Well, okay, so when I say it's nothing out here, it's nothing in the streets. Like, the streets are not fun. I'm trying to get out of the streets, okay? And I feel like people who are in relationships, marriages, whatever, they want to be in the streets. And baby, it's nothing out here. Like, you are not going to get the same stuff that you get in your relationship. And I don't know if people want to run around, be with multiple people or whatever, like, have your fun. I get it. But it's like, baby, if you're in a relationship, in a marriage, it's like, that's consistent sex, consistent. You just get consistency all around if you have that type of partner. But you're not going to get that if you're in the streets. Like, I feel like you can't really question what this person is doing. You can if y'all are on that type of level. Like, I do not want to say this word wrong, but it's in my head. Exclusivity, y'all. But yeah, if y'all are exclusive, but exclusive to me is commitment. So I feel like if y'all are like friends with benefits or whatever, it's like you really got to be like, are you messing with somebody else? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? And then it's just a whole bunch of mess. So I feel like stay in your marriage and stay in your relationship. If it's a happy marriage, happy relationship, don't just stay so you can stay out the streets. But if you are in a good marriage, in a good relationship, I just say stay there, honey, because it ain't nothing out here. I mean, of course, you can have your fun, have sex with who you want to, do whatever with who you want to, but that comes with diseases and headaches and all of that stuff that you do not want. So I just say stay in your marriage and your relationship. But back to commitment, I feel like a lot of people are not ready to commit because they want to do what they want. They don't want to answer to nobody, because that used to be me. I used to be like, I don't really want no relationship right now because I don't want to have to answer to nobody. I don't want to have, like, let's just say I don't answer my phone. I don't want no, oh, where you at? This, that, third. My phone is on do not disturb. And they like, oh, you ain't been picking up. You ain't been answering. Whatever. Or if you see me out with somebody, you questioning who the person is. I used to be that person. Okay? I used to be that person where I'm like, I don't want to answer to nobody. I want to do what I want to do. I don't want nobody questioning what I'm doing. So, yeah. Me now, baby, question me. If I don't answer your call, you can ask me, like, you good? And all of that. But don't be, like, down my throat. Like, oh, where you at? Or why you ain't pick up your phone? Or you normally free at this. I don't want none of that. I want loving relationship, stress-free. You know, if we have our little bumps in the road, that's cool, that's awesome. But I want a healthy relationship, and I feel like people like toxic shit these days. I'm not sure why y'all do, but I feel like that's like very immature. I feel like an adult, me myself at 30, I don't want no toxic shit. Like I'm good on that. I don't think I ever wanted anything, excuse me, anything toxic or whatever. But yeah, when I hear people say that they like toxic stuff and all of that, it just got me looking at them sideways. And I gotta remember like how old they are, because being toxic is not cute, it's not attractive, none of that. Like, no. But me these days, I'm trying to settle down. Like, I want my man. I want my man, the world to death. Okay, I want to be like my man said. Let me ask my man first. My husband said, my fiance, let me check in first. So like I want to check in with my man. Okay, I want my man to text me every morning, or we text each other. I look forward to the calls, to the texts, everything. Like, oh, we got a date night planned. Like, that's what I want. Lock me down, okay? Like, that's what I want. I'm not trying to be in the streets. Like I said, I've been in the streets for 4+ years, and yes, I have done my thing. Like at the beginning of the years when I was single, it was just like, okay, I'm doing my own thing. I don't want a relationship. I don't want a commitment. And then had a friend with benefits. I was doing my own thing, and then it got to a point where I was just like, this is not for me. Like, I'm ready for my man. Okay, so, but I just feel like a lot of people want to do their own thing a little. I don't know. That's why I say people give me vibes like they want to DIE alone. And I have to spell that because this video is going on YouTube. So I'm like, I don't really know if you can say that up there. I didn't really read the guidelines, to be honest with you. So yeah. But yeah, I said that in another episode and it's still up there. So yeah, but I feel like that's what a lot of people want to do. I don't feel like, I don't feel like they really want to, like, I want my man sitting next to me when I'm about to take my last breath and vice versa. I feel like a lot of people don't want that. Like, y'all want to be on y'all little pass away bed by yourself or with your family. I want my man beside me, or I want to be beside my man. Like, if my man need me to bathe him, that's what I want to do. If I gotta feed my man, that's what I want to do. If he gotta feed me, like, I want my man there. Okay, I don't want the people in the little nursing home feed me or nothing like that. Like, I don't want that. No, I want my man beside me feeding me, and I want to feed him. Like, that's what I want. But yeah, a lot of people just want to be by themselves, and I don't think that people really think long term, like, who is going to take care of you? And it can't be like on my mom or on my kids. Like, when your kids get older, they're going to have a life of their own. Hopefully they have a husband or a wife, so they can't really be that person. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they can't be that person. So I don't know. And then a lot of people want the benefits, but they don't want to do the commitment thing. It's always, I'm not ready. And I feel like if you have like personal reasons as to why you're not ready, like some people be like, oh, I want this type of career, or I want to have a certain amount of degrees under my belt before I settle down. And I get it, but I have also heard like more successful people say that they wish that they would have been with their partner while they were building those things. And I feel like it's really important that I want to build together. Like, of course, I want to have my own shit going on, like my podcast, for example. And of course, writing and all of that, publish my stories. That's my own shit. But I also want to build with my man. Like, men, for example, like, let's just say if I had a man or whatever, and I'm like, you know what, we should probably start up a little podcast together. Of course, I have my own podcast to myself, and he got whatever he has going on, but let's do something together. Like, let's build together. He helps me grow my podcast. Like, let's just say, even if we don't do the whole podcast thing together, but he helps me build my platforms, um, as far as my writing goes, and I help him with whatever he has going on. Like, to me, that's very important. That's what I want. You're supposed to be with somebody that is going to help you grow, help you elevate. You don't want to be the same person you were 2 years ago, and you have this partner. Like, I'm trying to grow and elevate, and I want somebody that's always looking to be better. So, yeah, but I feel like a lot of people want benefits, like relationship benefits, but they don't want the title. They don't want the commitment. And it's like, don't let nobody sit here and tell you, oh, you getting too hung up on a title. Like, no, baby, give me that. Give me that. Because I feel like somebody that's not really trying to commit to you is going to constantly remind you, like, you need to lay off that title stuff. Like, I don't know why you hung up on that. We know what's up. No. Am I your woman? Because I feel like if we were never in a relationship, but you keep telling me, like, oh, I know what is it? What is it? Because, I mean, like, if I'm not your girlfriend, but we just sitting here like, oh, we know what's up, what do you introduce that person as? Are they even meeting your family, your friends? Like, and if they do, like, what do you introduce them as? Like, do you just say their name? Like, oh, this is Kimberly, or this is Ashley. Like, Ashley who? Like, is this your woman? And let's just say your family is like, oh, this your girlfriend. What are you going to say? Because I feel like if you sit here and you're like, no, this my shawty over there. What is that? What is that? Because some people say that meaning like that's a woman. But if you don't mean it that, and if you say, nah, that's my shawty, like, what is that? I don't get it. What is it? So, and if you sit here and say no in the front, I don't know what nothing is. So I feel like I'm a person where if you sit here and embarrass me, because for one, that's embarrassing to me. If you sit here in my face and you're like, oh no, we know what it is. Like, don't get hung up on that title stuff. We know what it is. So then I go meet your family or your friends or whatever, and you introduce me. You say my name. And then they're like, oh, this your girlfriend? And you like, no, this my shorty, baby. My whole vibe and attitude is going to change, okay? I go to 10 real quick. And something like that that's embarrassing, like I'm smiling and then the smile just goes off my face, baby, I'm ready to go at that point because my attitude is on 10 and I'm not really fucking with you at this point because you have sat here and told me, don't get hung up on these titles. So now that we are in the front of your friends or your family and they ask you, am I your girl? And then you say, no, that's it for me. You gone. Like, that's it. I'm leaving that function before I mess it up for the both of us. So I'm just going to exit. And you probably won't hear from me until I cuss you out. Like, I feel like when you hit me up and I let you know a thing, 2 or 3, I'm done with the situation. Because it's like, I don't like to be embarrassed. You just played in my face. And you sitting here telling me not to get hung up on these titles. But when they asked you, was I your girlfriend, which is the title, you said no. So I don't know what nothing is. No, I know that I'm not your girl. So yeah, if you're saying don't get hung up on these titles and that's not your girlfriend, it's just like you trying to play with her, you trying to manipulate her. Like, no, not with it. So, get hung up on them titles. Make them give them to you. I ain't gonna say make them, but you know what I'm saying. And that goes for men and women. Like, because women will play around too. Like, oh no, whatever. We kicking it. We chill. No, baby. What are y'all doing? Like, no, I feel like we too old for that. That's something that you do when you're like 18 through like 20 or something. But I feel like when you get older, my age, 30, baby, I need a title. Like, what are we doing? Because if somebody asks me, do I got a man? Do a man got me? Sorry, I'm kidding. But I feel like if you haven't told me, because one of my friends and I were talking, and he was like that he doesn't know the last time he asked somebody to be his girlfriend. I'm like, no, you need to ask me, because I'm not going to assume that I'm your girl, and I'm going to be like shocked if you just call me your girlfriend out the blue. Like, when you're introducing me, you're like, oh, it's my girlfriend. I might be looking like your girlfriend. So, yeah, I would like to be asked, like, I don't know, ask me to be your girlfriend. The same way you would ask me to be your wife. You know, like, do I want to marry you? So, yeah, I feel like ask me to be your girlfriend so I can know what's up, I can know what we're doing. But like I said, a lot of people just want the benefits. They want the sex. They want their laundry done. They want the cook meals and, playing house, laid up. But y'all don't know what you're doing. And I feel like when y'all do have that conversation, somebody's feelings gonna get hurt because y'all are not on the same page. So I feel like as much as some people want to be like, oh my gosh, excuse me. As much as some people want to be like, oh, titles don't matter, as long as y'all know what's up, y'all know what y'all don't. Do you really? Because y'all haven't talked about it. So do y'all really know what you're doing? Like I said, y'all playing house, doing all this relationship stuff, and feelings are going to get involved, and they might just get involved on one person end. It's very rare that they get involved on both people ends and y'all just playing house and cook meal, sex, laundry, all of that. And I feel like you shouldn't really be out here meeting people's family, which I never played about that. Like I know I said I think it was my last episode, or the relationship about soul ties and all of that. I was saying how two people met my parents by accident. I don't play as far as me taking somebody to meet my parents and all of that. I don't play. Yeah, that's not something that I do. I don't believe in 50 people meeting your parents, and yeah, to me that's a little tacky, and no. And I'm also a person where when I stop dealing with somebody, I don't want them to be brought back up in conversation. I don't want any of that. Like, once I'm off you, once the friendship is over, everything like that, baby, your name don't need to come up. And if it does, I'm going to check it. I'm going to be like, I don't deal with them. I don't talk to them. Respectfully, don't bring them up no more. And that's just that. So, yeah. So, that's why I don't do the whole meet my family thing and all of that. Like, we're serious. Years down the line, sure, you can meet my parents and all of that. Now, friends, I don't really care. Like, yeah, I don't really care if you meet my friends or whatever, because I'm going to tell my friends about you anyway. Gonna tell my sister, so I don't really care if you meet my sister either, or my sister is, like, I don't really care. But as far as my parents go, no, you cannot meet them. Like, and then, like, taking you, and I'm gonna say, like, brothers too, I don't really care for you to meet them either if we're not on that type of level. Like, no, because again, I don't need your name to come up. Check it quick. So, I don't know, but some people, they be like, no, I don't mind. No, it's just tacky to me for everybody to be meeting your family. Like, no, I don't agree with that. And I feel like y'all shouldn't be taking, like, trips unless it's like, okay, we just friends, like, we kicking it, we just cool. If y'all out here paying for each other trips and stuff, and y'all sleeping in the same bed and having the same room and all of that, I feel like feelings are going to get involved. So I feel like if you're not really ready for that commitment, it's just certain things that you don't do. Like, y'all should definitely not be moving in together if you ain't ready for no relationship. I don't know why y'all would be doing it. I don't know. I don't get that. It's crazy to me. Like, no, that goes back to playing house. Like, why would we? I don't even know who would bring that up. And it has happened. Not to me, but I'm just saying. It has happened as far as, like, y'all moving in together, or the conversation has come up. But it's like, if I'm not your girl, or you're not my man, why is that even a conversation? Like, what are we doing? Because you're single, Or you gonna tell me like, no, you know what's up? No, I don't. No, I don't. And it would be ridiculous to be sitting there swiping on dating apps and we laying in the bed together. Or we live together. That's crazy to me. It's like, why? And then the whole trips thing. Like, why are we taking, like, unless we already have like a friendship and we've been friends for like years and we taking like trips and stuff together because we're friends. But if we are like sleeping together, you come staying at my house, and then sometimes I come stay at I go stay at yours, and we taking trips and stuff together. I blur lines, because I feel like feelings are going to get involved. And again, if I say something about like, are we together? Like, what are we doing? And you say, oh, we're just friends, baby, I am going to be pissed. Okay, I am going to be pissed. So to avoid all that, I would just be like, I don't really know about taking no trips together. Like, we can go hang out, we can go to little events and stuff together. But as far as taking trips and all of that, I don't really know about that. Unless we know what type of time we're on, we know what we're doing. And I feel like, okay, we headed somewhere with this. Like, you about to be my man, I'm about to be your woman. Or you are my man and I am your woman. But for us to just be going on trips and I'm spending my money or you spending your money and we don't know what we're doing. And that's why intentions have to be talked about. And people want to skip that and be like, oh, I'm just having fun. I'm just enjoy this trip, or I'm going to just go meet the family. No. That's how people get in these situations. And then people want to act like they don't know what's going on. Like, it was clear as day. This girl coming over there cooking meals for you, doing your laundry. Y'all having sex. Like, I'm confused. Like, and then you paying for trips. So, it's like, where's the confusion? And then, I was just telling somebody this the other day. I feel like, and I told him this, and I feel like some women gonna feel some type of way, but you feel how you feel. But this is coming from a woman. I feel like if y'all are only friends with benefits, or if y'all are only friend with benefits, and this is what it is, and you already let the woman know, like, oh, I'm not looking for nothing serious, like, this is just sex, and she like, okay, that's cool. Don't be having that woman laying around your place all day. Don't be having her laying around all day. I feel like set an alarm, or before she even get there, like, let's just say she on the way, or you going to pick her up, or whatever. I feel like before all that, before y'all agree that she's coming over or you going over there, let it be known, like, okay, you can come over, but you got to be gone by such and such, or we getting up at such and such, I'm going to take you back to your place. Like 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock, it don't even matter. But I feel like when people start laying around like 12, 1, 2, 3, that's too long. Okay, and I feel like feelings are going to get involved, because this is only your friend with benefits. They shouldn't be laying around all day. That's how I feel, and y'all shouldn't be spending the day together. Like, let's just say y'all did get up at 9. You shouldn't be going in there cooking breakfast and y'all watching movies and going to, I don't know, going to do little activities, and they hanging out with you all day. Let's just say you going and running errands, they riding with you. No, you shouldn't be doing none of that. If this is just sex, leave it at sex. Y'all fuck, you send her on her way, or y'all fuck and you leave. Or y'all fuck and 8, 9 o'clock, you setting your alarm and she know that's her time to go. Or 8, 9 o'clock, you leave her house. Like, that's, yeah. Now, a hotel, you have until 11 or 2, depending on your checkout. But I still don't feel like you need to be laying around cuddling up all day. Not to know 2 o'clock. Like, no. And you already doing enough anyway by being cuddled up. And I'm not saying that you can't cuddle after sex, because you can. I'm a cuddler. I love to cuddle. I love to be snuggled up by a man. But it's just like, I know me, and I know that if we do this like 5, 6, 7 nights, 7 nights is ridiculous. But if you do that 5-6 nights out the week, and y'all cuddled up, y'all fucking and all of that, and definitely pillow talking. Now, if y'all are sitting here pillow talking and all of that, feelings are going to get involved. I don't know why people act so shocked when a woman has feelings. Like, I don't get it. And that's why I'm a person where I'm like, you need to leave your feelings at home. Like, leave them at home. And I hate to say that. I really do. Because I listened to a little clip of a podcast, and the dude was like, you really don't need to be in a situation where you can't talk about things, where people expect you to not develop feelings, which is very, very true. But it's like, I know that people are going to have feelings. I really do. But I feel like you need to check them, especially if we talked about that this is only sex. Now, I do let people know, like, if you start to develop feelings, let me know. If something starts to change at any point, that's when y'all really need to talk about it. So I guess I'm kind of on the same page as the person that said what he said in the podcast. But it's like, when y'all start to develop feelings or something changes, y'all got to have that communication. Y'all have to talk about it. It just can't be like, oh, he told me to leave my feelings at home, or she told me to leave my feelings at home, so I'm not going to say nothing. And your feelings just keep growing and growing and growing, and then you do something to, like, fuck up the situation, or you just like, damn, I think I want you to be my girlfriend, like, out the blue. Like, you have all these feelings now, and she wasn't made aware, or he wasn't made aware, because let's just say when you started to have feelings, they might have been like, okay, you know, like, this is just sex for me. I'm not ready for no commitment. So I think we need to kind of, like, chill a little bit. Instead of you coming over like 5 nights out of the week, let's bring it down to 2. So I feel like you got to talk. You got to communicate. Like with my friend with benefits I had 4+ years ago. 4+ years ago. Me and him, it was just like, we were just like, I don't even know if we said like this is just like a friend with benefits situation, because I know we didn't sleep together like our first time like hanging out, whatever. So yeah, we went on a date, and I think we like chilled, vibe, didn't have sex for like the first few times. So we chilled, and then we did have sex, kept having sex. And then I think that's when I told him something about my feelings, and the feelings were mutual, but neither one of us wanted a relationship. So yeah. So feelings just kept growing in that. And then we were together like 5-6 nights, 7 nights out the week. So yeah, I feel like y'all have to talk about that to see where y'all stand. If you have made it this far in my podcast, thank you. And I'm going to assume that you have already hit that follow button for my podcast to keep up with each and every episode. And I also am going to assume that you have already went ahead and clicked that link for the listener support to support my podcast. And we will go ahead and get back into the episode. And then you know how they're like, don't let a person tell you more than once that they don't want you. I agree with that. Don't let them tell you more than once. And I feel like you know by a person's actions, if they not doing certain things that you want, they not really trying to commit to you. They don't really want you. Because I feel like a person that somebody wants, they are going to move mountains for them. They taking them on dates. They really showing effort and putting time in. They texting them and all of that. I mean, you spending time, you're being consistent. And with somebody that you don't really want, you ain't really checking for, you're not going to do that. So, yeah, I agree. Don't let nobody show you or tell you more than once that they don't want you. Now, if they already told you what it was, but you continue to vibe with them, chill with them, you have taken all your feelings out of the situation, then you continue to do what you do. But make sure you check them feelings. Like, if your feelings start to come back, they already told you what it was. There's no need to go back to them with questions or what are we. And I'm real big on Do not ask a man and I don't think men do this. I don't know. Do men be out here asking, what are we? I don't know. But I've never heard it. It might happen. I don't know. It might happen, but I don't know. So after sex, I feel like don't be laying up in that man's arms and then be like, so what we doing? What are we? Girl, get up and put your clothes on. Like, no, don't do that. I just feel like that's tacky. It's like, okay, you want to know what y'all are after y'all just fucked and y'all naked just laying there. Like, I feel I feel like it's a time and place to ask that. And I feel like after y'all just had sex or like the next morning when y'all laid up, I don't feel like that's the time to really ask. I'm not gonna say like the next morning might not be the time, because I feel like you just shouldn't ask it literally after y'all just got done having sex. So the next day you probably could be like, I don't know. I mean, even if you are still naked in the bed, I feel like you could be like, so what we doing here? Like, I just need to know what's up. And I kind of want to say that you can be like, I'm not trying to pressure you into nothing. I just want to know what's up. But then again, I feel like don't give that man no wiggle room to try to play and be like, oh, we just vibing, we just chilling. And then he gonna try to use that whole, well, you said you're not pressuring it. So don't say that. So I feel like just be like, don't say, what are we? Because I just feel like, baby, were you asking that the night before? Like, were you concerned about that, or are you just concerned about that now? So I feel like you can kind of be like, what are we doing? Like, are you just looking for somebody to fuck around with? Are you like, what we doing? Are you looking for a relationship? Like, what's going on? But I kind of feel like you need to have that conversation before. But some people don't. I mean, I haven't before. So I'm sorry, y'all. They are like mowing the grass and all of that. If that's what y'all hear, I think it's a leaf blower or something. But yeah, so sorry. But yeah. So I feel like, don't say, what are we? Just be like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? What are your intentions? What are we doing? And then y'all have that conversation. But what are we has always rubbed me the wrong way. Because it's like, just because we fucked don't mean that that's your man now, or you his girl. So just be like, what are we doing? Like, it's headed somewhere. Like, what we doing? So you can kind of have an idea of where he wants it to go. But even if he tells you, like, you know, we vibing, getting to know each other, seeing what's up or whatever, make sure that them actions match. Because if he's starting to move funny after that, that's letting you know, like, oh, you don't ask that question. Now he trying to back up a little bit. And so, yeah, I mean, you got to go based off of that, too. So I asked a few people to send me voice notes or whatever pertaining to commitment and doing like relationship things with somebody that you're not ready to be in a relationship with. So I'm going to play their voice notes and then give my feedback on that.
So I think honestly for me, like it's been two different occasions like that. So once it was a time where it was somebody else that, like, you know, I was messing with and we was like going out, hanging out, or things of that sort. But it was only after we started doing those things that I kind of started learning more about her, which drove me to the decision of saying, hey, I don't, think we should go any further than this or be any more than friends and all, because I learned different things about her as, like, we started sleeping together or going out and everything, because the majority of the time beforehand, it was just us talking on the phone or, texting, FaceTiming and all, because, I work a lot. But then, I started, getting a little more invested, so I started taking more time off from work, going over to her place or her coming over to mine, and we just chilling, talking or whatever. But, like I said, it was just elements about her that I started discovering that I didn't like, So I couldn't just sit here and fake it just because of the fact, like, oh yeah, because we fucking or we done been out on a couple dates, like, that I'm just going to try to force something that I don't feel like would be good for me, and quite frankly wouldn't be good for her either, because if I didn't like these things about her and then I pretended to like them just to try to please her, then the entire situation would be disingenuous as is, So yeah, I pretty much had to break it down like that. Like, just, we really can only just be cool. And so Then there was another scenario where it was just a friend of mine's actually though, and it's not to say that she was a very attractive young lady, she was cool. We was cool, what I'm saying? We used to work together and then subsequently we stopped working together, you know. But she had revealed to me a little later down the line, like, like she kind of had a thing for me because at the time when we did work together, she had a boyfriend. So after that pretty much dissolved, like I said, we reconnected and she was just saying, like, she used to have a thing for me or, like maybe could we give it a try or see what's up with what. But I'm like, at this point in time, like from being around her and developing the friendship that we I had to just rightfully decline and just say, hey, like, I don't think this would be a good idea, because at the end of the day, like, I don't, like, you're good looking, like, you're a great person, but I just don't see you like that. And I don't feel like it would be good for us to try something like that because I don't want to damage or fracture the friendship. So with that being said, I left that situation alone, and just left it like that.
Okay, so the first girl that you were dealing with or whatever, y'all were in a relationship. Yeah, y'all were in a relationship. I like that you didn't just fake it or whatever and that you were honest and you let her know what was up. I feel like that's really important. Like when your feelings change, just let it be known. And I feel like it can avoid a lot of stuff versus you just ghosting her or you just falling back and start moving weird and she don't know why. But I'm happy that you were honest with her. Now, as far as the second person goes, which was your old coworker, um, it's good that you did not cross that line, especially if y'all had a friendship and you were thinking like, okay, do I really want to ruin this? Because it's like y'all. I don't know. I mean, was the friendship still good after you told her like you didn't want to ruin it? And because, some people can't take rejection. So, yeah, hopefully the friendship was still good. But I'm kind of big on that too. Like, of course, you want to start off as friends, So I feel like it's different when y'all kind of on some, I want a relationship, but I want to start off as friends first. So let's just learn everything there is to know about each other. Although people say like you will never fully know somebody, like everything there is to know. But I think it's different when you guys know you want a relationship and you're learning things about each other. You're building that friendship, building that bond, that foundation before you become something versus y'all just literally build a friendship. Y'all not going into it like, oh, I want him and let's build this. Y'all just genuinely building a friendship and then feelings get involved. Like, I think that's different because if we're friends first and then you tell me like you have feelings, I'm going to think like how you think, like, damn, do I really want to cross that line and possibly ruin this friendship? Because if we break up or we end on bad terms, the friendship is gone, like versus breaking up and y'all don't end on bad terms. It's just like, okay, like we were better off as friends. I agree, but that's still kind of risky. So I mean, I get what you're saying. It's a good thing that you didn't, cross that line, and hopefully y'all friendship is still going strong to this day.
For me, I'm not gonna date somebody if I'm not ready to date them. I have to have things in order for me to like be in a committed relationship. You know what I'm saying? Gotta have my ducks in a row. I can't have one veering off to the right or the left. They all gotta be lined up straight. Like I said, I'm real transparent, so I'm not just gonna lead a person on and make them think something. I mean, communication or just talking, you know what I'm saying, here and there, that's cool. But when you talking about dating somebody, you kind of like putting love and trust and loyalty and all type of things in the mix. And if you don't think you can give that off or that person's going to give that off to you, why even waste their time in that?
You got some of us guys that's just looking to damn get their rocks off. You know what I'm saying? Not want nothing but just that. But I don't know, it just You just got to be honest with people. If that's what you're trying to do, let her or him know, so they can dictate, like, okay, this is probably what I want too. But if you want a relationship, you want a relationship. Like, stuff just got to be talked about in real time versus like, all right, I'm going to just talk to this person, see how it goes. If we do something, we do something. We don't. Or we going to be in a relationship, we're going to be in a relationship. I don't know. It's just got to be a communication barrier. Like, I feel like the first encounter or conversation, like, it's just an uncomfortable conversation, but it's got to be had. Like, if you're going out to dinner or if you just talking to somebody where time don't even be wasted, you like, look, are you just trying to fuck? If so, let me know. Keep it a bean. I could be wanting to do that too. You know what I'm saying? If not, you can move along. But if you want a relationship, we can have a relationship. But then if the relationship is like, how long do you go to talking to this person before you get in a relationship across the line? You know what I'm saying? So it's just so many different factors into it.
So yeah, I kind of figured the whole ducks in a row thing, because most men, like I said, will not date or want something real serious until they have their ducks in a row, they have that degree, that job, or whatever they have going on. Like, they want to be successful before they settle down with somebody. So I completely get it. And I do feel like the love, the trust, the loyalty is very important when choosing a partner, because of course, if you don't trust them, it ain't really no need to go nowhere or try to go anywhere, because I feel like that's an unnecessary headache. And if you don't trust that person, it's like, what are you building off of, if we're being real? And loyalty, that is very important. Like, there's something that you want from your homeboys, your homegirls, all of that. So it's only right that you have it from your partner, and love and all of that. So I agree with you there. And yes, there are some guys that are just trying to do that or whatever. And I feel like it is very important that you are honest, you know, so people can make their own decision if they want to continue to deal with you. I am very big on that. Like, tell me what's up. I don't care if you hurt my feelings by telling me the truth. Like, let me know what's up at the end of the day. Because if you're honest with somebody, nobody can ever be like, oh no, you didn't say this, or you didn't say that, or you weren't clear with this, or you weren't clear with that. No. If somebody tell you what it is, if you decide to continue to mess with them, it's on you now. You cannot blame them. It is on you. If a dude tell you that he just wants sex, he not looking for nothing serious, he just want to take somebody down from time to time, and you know that you want something serious, but yet you continue to deal with this person, you cannot blame this man if he is not on the same type of time as you. Like, if your feelings continue to grow, you cannot blame him, because he already let you know what it was from the jump. Like, he let you know, I'm not looking for anything serious, I'm just looking for fun, you know, take somebody down from time to time, kick it, you know, all of that. He let you know what it was. Yes, you told him what you were looking for, but he also let you know what he was looking for. And if you continue to deal with him, that's on you. And vice versa. If a woman says, like, oh, I'm just trying to have my fun right now, I'm not trying to be locked down, I'm not trying to answer to nobody, nothing, and you be like, yeah, I mean, I get that, you know, I'm looking for something serious, and your feelings start to grow, and you ask her to be your girlfriend, and she like, look, I already told you, I'm not looking for nothing serious, I'm just trying to have my fun. You cannot be mad at her. You can't be like, well, why did you continue to mess? No, why did you continue to mess with her? And vice versa. Like, why did you continue to mess with him? They already let you know what was up. Like, I don't get where the confusion was. So, yeah, if a person tells you what it is, listen. Listen to them. They already let you know. Like, intentions are important, and I don't know why people be skipping that. Like, intentions are very important. And I agree with you, like, with the question when you're like, how long until you get into a relationship? How long before you cross that line? I'm assuming that you meant sex when you said cross the line. But, yeah, I feel like you really, really, really have to get to know somebody. Like, ins and outs. Like, you gotta see them at their good moments, at their bad moments, and all of that. Like, I don't know, relationships are like tricky, and I'm low-key scared to be in one because it's like you never really know. I do want one though, like dead ass. I want one, but at the same time I'm kind of scared because it's like you never really know. You really don't, because it's like those first few weeks or first month or so, everything is like sweet and rainbows and beautiful skies and all of that, and then it's like shit just happens where y'all into a situation and now you see how this person is when they're angry, when they're mad, and you kind of like, damn, like that's probably not something that you've seen before. So it's like I really want to see every side of a person, and I don't really know if I'm gonna see every side when I'm just getting to know them. But that's why I said I want to build that bond, build that friendship, that foundation first, and feel like I'm in a relationship with my best friend. Like, that's how I want to be. So I don't want to just jump into a relationship, even if I'm like, damn, I really like this man. Like, I want this man to be mine. We still been building a friendship together. We know where we want this to be headed. So he shouldn't be messing with nobody, getting to know nobody else. Although we are only building a friendship right now, but we know where we want this to be headed. So he go ahead and cut them raggedies off, okay? Like, cut them off. So I get what you're saying though. And as far as crossing that line, I don't really know. I really don't know. I feel like make sure them intentions are clear first. Make sure that nobody has no problems. Nobody is questioning nothing. Like, make sure they really understand, like, I told you what it was I'm looking for. You told me what it was that you was looking for. We not really looking for the same thing. Are you okay with this? Or if you are looking for the same thing, okay, I'm just making sure that we're on the same page. You want this, right? I want this. Like, we on the same page. You comfortable with crossing that line? Like, yeah, you just gotta talk about stuff. Like you said, communication. You just gotta talk about it, see where everybody is. But let's just, again, if the intentions are not the same and y'all cross them lines, her feelings might grow or his feelings might grow. Especially if you done snatched a soul or two, you know, like, feelings are gonna grow. So, like I said though, your intentions were clear. So, yeah, can't nobody really be upset or be mad. You can be, but at the end of the day, you gotta check yourself. Especially if they let you know what their intentions were. Y'all even talked about it before y'all crossed that line, and you understood, and now you feel some type of way, but you really can't at the end of the day. If you have made it this far in my podcast, thank you. And I'm going to assume that you have already hit that follow button for my podcast to keep up with each and every episode. And I also am going to assume that you have already went ahead and clicked that link for the listener support to support my podcast. And we will go ahead and get back into the episode. So let's jump on into double standards. And it is a lot of double standards, okay? And the double standards really piss me off. Like, they really do. And one that really, really, really pisses me off is, well, it's two. It's three. It's three. But let me just start with the double standard growing up. So the double standard, this is not one that really pisses me off, but it's a double standard that I dealt with as a child. So it was like, when it got dark outside, my sisters and I had to go in the house, but my brothers were allowed to stay outside. So I didn't really like that, you know, didn't like it. And so I also wasn't with the whole, like, I had to be, I'm gonna say, like, even when it got dark, like, going outside, if I wanted to go outside and my dad didn't see, like, any girls outside, I couldn't go outside. And I just did not like that, because it's like, sir, just let me outside. Like, I'm a kid, let me go outside and play. I get it, because he used to be like, it's a whole bunch of boys out there, you don't need to be out there. And I'm just like, sir. But, I mean, I get it now. But back then I was just like, mm-mm. But the thing that I still don't get and I still don't like, although I'm an adult now, I don't feel like just because it got dark outside, and I'm out there with my brothers too, so it's not like I'm just out there with a whole bunch of dudes and then one female friend. So yeah, my brothers were out there. And so also, I feel like if one of us had to come in the house when it got dark, we all need to go in there. And I feel like that's what I'm going to do with my kids, because I don't feel like it's right just because I'm a girl, I got to go in the house because the sun went down. Okay, well, let's wrap it up, guys. Everybody coming inside. So that's how I feel. Or it's like, keep an eye on your sister. Like, make sure you keep an eye on her. And when it's time for you, when you get ready to come in, she come in with you. Or when I call y'all, everybody come in. It ain't no, oh, he get to stay out and she got to come in. No, everybody coming in together. But while your sister outside with you or whatever, keep an eye on her. Make sure she good. So, yeah. But yeah, so like I said, I'm not doing that with my kids. And I know a lot of people look at it like, well, little girls can be getting into this, getting into that, or things can happen. And same thing can happen with dudes. I feel like y'all can be out here getting people pregnant, be out here robbing and doing all this, that, and the third, playing Enoch. And I'm going to spell it Nigga, knock. Okay, y'all can be out here playing that. And it's crazy now that I sit here and look at it like, why, who, I gotta look into who came up with that game and why did y'all name it that? Like, it's crazy now that I sit here as an adult and I say that to myself. I'm just like, why was it called that? And I'm just sitting here going along with it when I was younger. But yeah, I was a kid. But yeah, so mind you, I used to play that too, but that's not the point. The point is that the little girls like myself get caught in the house, and the dudes can be outside doing anything. Y'all could be out there getting little girls pregnant. Y'all can be out there playing Enoch, like I just said. Y'all can be out there doing anything. Like, come on now. I feel like that's why I say I'm not doing that with my kids. If one of y'all come in the house, all of y'all coming in the house. So let's wrap it up. Come on in, say your last few goodbyes to your friends and everybody coming in the house. I'm not just singling my daughter out or my daughters out and making them come in the house like, Brian, come in with them. So, yes. Now, another thing that really, well, that wasn't one that like really pisses me off because I was a kid, so it is what it is. But this right here pisses me off. Now, the whole I'm going to do sex on the first date thing, because I was having this conversation with somebody the other day and they were kind of irritating me, and I think they knew that they were irritating me during this conversation. And yes, so I was saying, like, we were talking like if, well, in our situation, it wasn't like a first date thing. It was like if y'all meet at the bar or something and y'all like go home together or get a hotel, anything, and then y'all have sex. And he was like, I wouldn't be looking at her like a wifey, like she the wifey type. And I said, why not? I said, you dropped your drawers just as quick as she did, or you probably want to fuck her the minute that you seen her. So why you not looking at her like wifey? Like, what does that make you? Like, I'm confused. So he was like, it's different for women, and I'm so tired of hearing it, because it's like, y'all like irk my nerves when y'all do that. It's like sex on the first date. And I'm in a group on Facebook, and somebody had wrote like, they were asking the men like, does it change how you look at a woman if she has sex with you on the first date? So a dude was like, yes, she for the streets. So me being me, because I hate when people say that, I'm like, okay, I was like, that tickled me, but what are you then? So he was like, oh, Lord, I can't even talk. He was like, I'm for the streets too. So I said, okay, as long as you know that you for the streets too. Like, you can't sit here and label a woman as somebody that's for the streets and you ain't for the streets, and you dropped your drawers just like she did. Or you even put your own fucking drawers down. Like, or you let her pull them down. So it's like, It's like y'all are on the same type of time, or it's just like be an adult and shut up about it. Because it's like, who cares if y'all have sex on the first date? Who cares if y'all had a one night stand? And I hate that whole double standard shit. Like the woman is for the streets and you not, sir. Yo, dick. Listen. Nobody is for the streets. Like, y'all are just two adults that decided to have sex, and it is what it is. And like I was trying to get somebody to understand, the person that was pissing me off when we were having that conversation, I tried to tell him, like, some people, even if they left with a woman from the bar or whatever, I feel like that could still go places. And he was like, yeah, it might, but I don't think he looking at her as like a wifey or something like that. And I said, whatever. I said, she probably not looking at him as a husband. And I said, because for y'all anyway, a hole is a hole, which it tickled me every time I said that. But I was telling him, like, some men don't give a shit what the woman's face look like. He'll just fuck her from the back. And I feel like all you gotta do is have like a butt and some boobs and a dude to take you down. Like, that's honestly speaking. And I know some men probably gonna be listening to this and be like, you a damn lie. No, I'm not. No, I'm not, because I'm pretty sure some of your homeboys have fucked like paper bag type female. Like, come on, paper bag face. Like, he has fucked her. Come on now. And you probably have taken one or two down yourself. So, like, a hole is a hole for y'all. And I hate to say that, but it is. Like, let's be real. Y'all will take down an ugly ass chick, and I have heard, I don't even want to say that, but some of you, based off of, and I have brothers now, so based off of what I see, y'all don't really care what a woman look like. Like, y'all will break y'all neck just to look at her ass. Her face can be a 0, ass is a 10, and y'all still gonna take her down. Like, let's be real. If we're gonna sit here and try to shit on a woman with these double standards and sex on the first date, sex on the first bar meetup, like, come on now. Let's be real. A hole is a hole for you guys. And that's just what it is. But, yeah, if you dropped your drawers just like she did, I don't see why she's for the streets and you're not. Like, come on. But, yes, y'all piss me off every time y'all say that. Piss me off. And it's like, I forgot what I told him. And I was like, okay, so should a woman say something about y'all, or should y'all just really be honest? Because he was saying, like, the date is like $200 or something. I'm like, where y'all going? Like, that's for $200. I feel like it depends on where you go. But I forgot what I was saying to him. But it was pretty much like, okay, so if you know that you want to fuck this girl anyway, or y'all expect sex. I was like, okay, so if y'all spending $200 on a date, is that why y'all expect sex after? Which, if you expecting sex after, what does that say about you? Like, come on now. Let's just say she didn't fuck you. Are you still for the streets and all of that because you wanted to take her down on the first date? Like, y'all kill me. Y'all want to take a woman down on the first date, but then label her for the streets when she drop her drawers for you. Like, it make sense, because right now it's not making sense. You was ready to swing your dick out the minute that she sat at the table. But now since she took you down back at home, she for the streets and you not? Come on. Like, pack it up, sir. But anyway, another thing that y'all irritate me with is this sex partner thing. So I was having a conversation with somebody, and I was telling him, like, I don't like to date people in my city. And he was like, he doesn't like to date people in his city either. So I was just like, because I feel like every dude is somebody's baby daddy. And, like, I don't like a dude that knows everybody. I don't want us to be out and hella people coming dapping you up, or somebody like, hey, cousin. No, I don't want none of that. I like my man real low key. Don't nobody really know him or whatever. Like, you might know his face, but you don't really know him. Like, you don't know him enough to be coming up to him, dapping him up, and all of that. I don't want my man that's like a celebrity in the city. Like, I don't want that. No, I don't. You can be respected or whatever, but I don't want everybody to be up in your face like, what's up? Da, da, da. Hey, cousin. No, I don't want that. I don't want no friendly man. I don't want that. So, yeah, I was telling him I don't want a whole bunch of people in my man face, like dapping him up, all of that. And I just feel like in my city, everybody knows everybody. Everybody done shared everybody. Everybody, you just somebody baby daddy and sister, cousin, all of that. I don't, no, I'm good. I prefer somebody that's in a whole nother city. I don't know what you got going on. I don't know who know you there. Don't care who know you there, long as nobody really knows you here. So that's what I like. So he was agreeing with me or whatever. So I was like, somehow we got on the whole, if you've been dealing with somebody, like, he doesn't want somebody to be like, oh, yeah, I used to fuck with her. And I was telling him, like, if it's 10 plus years ago, who really gives a shit? Like, and I told him, I said, just because somebody say that they fucked me, like, 10 years ago, I might, like, it's funny how I'm about to word this, I swear. But I was just like, that's pussy from 10 years ago. Like, not trying to say that it's new vagina now. Like, not trying to say that. But the vagina might hit a little different, might move a little different. She's more mature now, okay? Like, that was 10 years ago. And if I was a writer, this would have been my next line. I would have said, I might not be spending on the dick now. Well, I might not be spending on the dick back then like I do now. But we all know I don't spend on it. I don't do that. Listen, we know that I ain't doing that because I hate to be up there. If you know, you know. But the point is that I am doing things now that I probably didn't do back then. Although back then, it's crazy because I used to love getting on top. Like, I used to be a rider back then. 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I was 20. So, yeah, I was on the dick back then. Like, I was riding on it. Now, because I just feel like men want porn stars these days, and it's unrealistic. And maybe not, because some women really do be getting up there working the shit. Like, and I be jealous, like, living through them. But me, I'm not getting up there working a thing. Okay, so, yeah, I just feel like, I don't know if it's 10 years ago. I really don't give a shit. And I feel like you shouldn't even be telling me that you used to fuck with my man 10 years ago, okay? Who are you now? Like, does he even know you now? 10 years ago, he a new man. You don't even know him. So please reintroduce yourself. Like, that's how I feel about that. Like, nobody cares that you used to fuck him 10 years ago. But what I did tell the dude, I said, now, if we are all at an event or something, and I be telling my friend this, that's supposed to be in town next weekend, and I'm excited, but I be telling him, I be like, let me know the women that you know, don't fuck with. And mind you, me and him are just best friends. But you know how some women be over some good dick that they done had and they don't know who this female is or something like that over a dude that they want. So I be telling him, like, if I come to your city, let me know who you done took down, who wants you, all of that. So if a girl looking at me weird, I know why. If a girl bumped me in the bathroom, I know why. Like, let me know what's up. So that's how I feel. That's what I was telling the dude. I said, now, if we're at an event, I want to know if you see a woman there that you used to fuck or that you used to date. Let me know so I know where the weird energy coming from. I know where the weird vibes coming from. Nasty looks. If a girl bumped me in the bathroom, I know why. If a girl don't hold the door for me and says she about to let the door knock me upside my head, I know why. Like, just let me know that, because I like to know. I like to be prepared for stuff. So let me know what's up so I can stay on my toes in case any weird energy goes on. And vice versa, because I think I told y'all that on the episode before. I seen my old friend with benefits and I was with my new little friend. So I had to let him know, like, yeah, the dude over there, me and him used to be friends with benefits for 2 years. Didn't really end on good terms. So I just, like, had to let him know what was up, because I don't like people to be blindsided, because I don't want to be blindsided. And you and I are going to have a problem if I am. So the dude who I was having a conversation with about partners or whatever, he was pretty much like, even if y'all had sex like 10 years ago, he still want to know. And I'm just like, who cares? Like, if we're not in a function or nothing, I really don't care. Like, I really don't care. I don't care if we're in a grocery store, as long as don't no girl come up playing around. I don't care. Like, no, I don't care. And I don't want nobody telling me, like, y'all had sex 10 years ago, or, you know, I used to mess with him. Okay, used to. Who cares? Like, come on now. Especially, like, who cares? 10 years ago? Who are you? So, yeah. Now, I could see if it was, like, 2 years ago, 1 year ago, 6 months. Yes, tell me. Like, tell me. But he was like, he still want to know. He doesn't care how long ago it was. And, like, if you probably used to mess with his homeboy or something. I said, okay, so if I used to mess with this person back in, like, 2012, and we are in 2024 now, do you want to know? And he was like, what did he say? I think he said he probably wouldn't want to know, I think, or he would probably still want to know because it's his homeboy or whatever, and he don't want nobody to be like, oh yeah, like dapping him up, and they used to take his girl down, and I'm like, okay, I get it. I mean, I do. I get it. I really do. Like, I would tell my man if it was like a friend or something, but if you just, I don't know. It's like a tricky situation. But he said that he would stop talking to the girl. And I'm just thinking, like, what? And that went back to, I feel like men are more loyal to their damn homeboys. It's like, no, if we are together, let's just say we've been together 10 years. You really about to cut me off because I used to fuck with your homeboy? Like, 20 years ago? 20 years ago is wild. But, 20 years ago. But, yeah, I just feel like that's, like, ridiculous. Or I used to fuck with your homeboy 15 years ago or something, and you and I done been together 10 years. Like, no, why would you cut me off? I feel like you shouldn't throw 10 years down the drain because I used to fuck with your homeboy 15 years ago. Like, no. I think that's crazy. It's ridiculous. But to me, it was kind of like a damn. Men are really loyal to their homeboys. And yeah, I wasn't feeling it. I mean, yeah, I wasn't really feeling it. But I just feel like now this goes back to the regular sex partner thing, like the number. I'm not even talking about when you used to mess with like a homeboy, homegirl thing. But yeah, that's the time I would want to know. If this is like my close friend, this is my sister, cousin, I would want to know if you mess with somebody like in the family, close friend type thing. But outside of that, baby, I really don't care. I really don't. But yeah, so regular sex partner thing, well, people want to know like your number. And I was just telling somebody this the other day, like, if you ask me what my number is, that person would not be for me. I would just go ahead and exit, and it was nice getting to know you and everything. I appreciate the conversation, the time, but we not gonna work because a grown man is not gonna ask me how many partners have I had. And the crazy thing is, and this really irks my nerves, a man could ask you what your sex partners are, and he could have 15, and you could have 10. And he's still gonna stop talking to you, although your number is higher than his. And it's just like, how you gonna, I don't even want to say type of like expectations, but how you gonna give my vagina a limit? Like, this not yours. So I just don't agree with it. It's like, baby, mine's yours. Like, your dick, you at 15, like, and I'm at 10. So you higher than me. And then people love to be like, well, it's different. Honey, like, I just feel like, don't ask me for my number. I'm not going to ask you for yours. I really don't care. It's just like, it's your dick clean. And then you could have fucked 100 women, and I only fucked 20 men, and now I'm still looked at as the bad person here. Like, oh, you don't have too many bodies. Like, did you expect me to be 30 with, what, 2? Like, I mean, some people are. Let me not say that. Some people are. It's not me, though. But some people are. But it's just like, baby, don't have no expectations when it comes to my vagina. Okay, this is mine. Just worry about your dick. Like, you done went in 100 women. I don't understand that. I really don't. I think it's foolish. And men kill me every time they say, well, it's different for men and women and the lock and key. It's like, boy, shut up. For real, just shut up. But it's like, do you really care about your dick? Because you done took 100 women down. Or 100 women done took you down. So do you really care? I don't get it. I really don't. Like, that's something that will never... It's just like, y'all irk me. But the last one. When y'all be on this whole threesome talk, and y'all, if you know me, you know where I'm going with it. You already know. But I hate, because me, personally, I would love 2 dudes and just myself. Okay, and I said this in, I forgot which episode I said this in. I forgot. But when I have my threesome, because it is a threesome, it's still 3 people. Don't call it a train. I hate when the little boys want to call it a train. That irks my nerves. Because it's like, baby, when it's 2 women, did they run the train on you? Yeah, so cut it out. So, and it's funny because I was listening to a podcast episode. I forgot the lip service with is her name Angela? Angela Yee. And Vito and his wife were up there, and they were talking about a threesome. And he was like, 2 men and a woman is a train. And somebody up there, I don't know if it was his wife or somebody was like, I hate when men do that, whatever. And he was like, I think they were like, so what is it when it's 2 women and a man? And he was like, that's a train too. And they were like, okay, as long as you, that's all we want. Like, just be equal. Don't be trying to label us as this and you not that, but you doing the same thing. Like, same as sex on the first date. You for the streets too. We both for the streets. Might as well be streeting together. So, yes. I do want 2 men. Like, I feel like I would have the time of my life with 2 men. And like I said, I gotta know how the dick is coming from one of them men, because it's just like they're getting on my nerves with this damn leaf blower. If y'all can't hear it, y'all might be like, what's she talking about? But I'm telling you, they've been mowing grass since 11 o'clock this morning. So it's like, wrap it up already. But just let the wind blow the grass away. I know they'll look tacky, but just be quiet for now. But anyways, yeah, so I feel like I would have the time of my life with 2 men. Like, I'm just sitting here picturing it like 2 men. But yes, I gotta know how the dick is coming for one of them. Because it's like, imagine your threesome, like your first threesome, and you taking, I ain't gonna even say taking 2 dudes down, because that just sounds wild. But, and I ain't even gonna say they're taking you down. But you having a threesome, 2 dudes, and it's just you. And, like, you don't know how the dick is coming from either one of them. So, and then you have these I'm gonna have high expectations, because it's like, okay, threesome, you know, I expect to get beat down up in here, okay? Like, I expect for my legs to be shaking, squirting, all of that. Juice is flowing, okay? Like, that's what I expect. I expect my eyes to be rolling back, like some hands around my neck, and yeah. So, I have high expectations for whenever I have my threesome. So, if that don't happen because both dudes like their dick trash, I'm gonna be very, very disappointed. So I feel like you got to know how the dick is coming from one of them. At least you know that you're going to be satisfied from one of them. Okay? Now, the other one, you know not to invite him back if you have another threesome, or you got to be like, okay, we got to get like some private sessions to get you up to par in case I want to do this again. Okay? I don't know if that's going to happen, because me, I'm like you do it wrong one time, ain't really no coming back for me. But I might have to give it another try. Just see how you come in by yourself. So, yeah. Now, that was my whole issue with the whole train thing. Because I feel like a lot of people will look at that like, well, for 2 females, they playing with each other and doing this and that. And for the males, they not doing that. One of them got to be GAY. And I'm just like, no, they don't. I don't think so. I don't. I don't think so. Because that's like if I have a threesome and it's 2 women and it's me, I'm not getting down there and doing nothing to nobody's box. Like, they can do me, okay, but I'm not doing it. I don't really care if they do me or not. I'm just here for the man, okay? That's why I'm here. But I don't know. Like, 2 women, I really don't know. But the man, count me in. As long as I know, I wouldn't even know how to get that conversation going. Because, I mean, I sit here thinking, like, who would I want in a situation like that? I have one person in my mind right now. But would they be open to doing, like, another man? I don't know. But I feel like that would be a dope-ass type thing to do, like, at a sex party. I feel like that would be nice. Like, y'all have y'all little mask on and all of that. Like, I'm just picturing it in my head, and it just looks amazing. So, I feel like that's something that I would be into. I do want to go to a sex party, though. Like, I really do. I want to go to one. This dude that I used to know, he used to know where they were. But we haven't really talked in like a good minute. So I don't even know how to get in contact with him. Number probably is not the same. But I would love to go to one, like a BDSM type thing or whatever. Like, I don't know why I'm picturing him in my head. And it's like the costume that I'm picturing in my head is not one for BDSM. But it's like a superhero. But yeah, so the whole threesome thing just used to... It still gets on my nerves because it's just like, y'all be quiet. Men, just stop talking when it comes to that. When it comes to sex on the first date, just stop talking. When it comes to sex partners, just stop talking. Like, don't even get your input on it. Okay? Just don't. Unless you're on some, no, it really don't matter, I ain't really checking for it, then you can talk. But if you want some, oh, no, she a hoe. Oh, no, she this, she that. Just be quiet. Just be quiet. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this episode up. Thank you guys for tuning into another episode of Real and Raw with Ree. I hope that you enjoyed this episode. I had fun doing it. This is the longest episode that I have done. I really didn't mean it to be that long, but it is what it is. I had a good time recording it or whatever. Make sure that you guys are following me on whatever streaming platform that you are listening to my podcast on. Let's run those numbers up on each and every platform. My link tree is in the description box of the episode. Like, if you click the link, you will see all of my platforms that my podcast is on. Make sure that you rate, you share, you comment. My posts and Q&As can only be found on Spotify. So if you already listen up there, after each episode, you just scroll down, you will see my posts and my Q&As. If you are not listening up there, just go on Spotify and do them. And yeah, that's all there is to it. And click the link in the description box of this episode to support my podcast. It goes a long way, and it does cost you a little something. But, I mean, yeah, support is support. Thank you guys, and I will see you on Wednesday. Bye.